Welcome back to another edition of the Daily Stampede's Film Room. We have myself, Robert Steeg. We have the always informative, the always beautiful, the always bodacious Seth Varnadore here to break down a little bit of film for us, talking about a little bit of USF in Memphis, a very hotly contested game, something that came out of West Field for us. We didn't really see this coming. Close game. Memphis ended up squeaking this one up 34-33. A lot of people upset at Jeff Scott over the last 6 minutes of the game. Seth, you and I, we're two peas in a pod. We're best friends. We're Tim and Eric over here. You and I were like, it's fine. Like this, don't worry about this.
I think it's, and then when you see some of the stuff, it will show, when you see some of the throws Memphis completed, and then you see there was one play that I think on USF's last or second to last drive before Memphis scored the final touchdown, where I think they might have been able to get a first down on the first down run they called, but the back cut it the wrong way. If he cuts the right way and gets a first down, the game's probably over. So, happens sometimes. So, you can't judge it immediately. Sometimes you go back and look, and that's why we do these.
You live and you learn. And some, you win some, you lose some, all those cliches. We're here for it.
Winning few and losing most this year, but that can turn around.
All right.
All right, so we're ready to get started here?
Yeah, we're starting on offense, right?
Yeah, we'll start with the offense because then we'll end with some of the defensive stuff in the final 2 minutes or 4 or 5 minutes, whatever. So here's early in the game. This is after the USF defense gets the fourth down stop. So they're going to motion Joyner out. And this is kind of an RPO look right here. You're going to have, I believe that you have the guard coming to kick and the tight end coming to wrap. So you're going to run quarterback counter, but the quarterback, I believe he's reading this guy. And so this is one where by kind of the letter of the law, the letter of the play, the quarterback does the right thing. So if this guy is slow to move out, and the running back gets him outflanked, throw it to the running back, right? If he flies out, now the quarterback keeps it up in here. Here's one where I think if the quarterback keeps it, he might score a touchdown here, but he throws it out instead, and you end up getting 3 or 4 yards, but this is one where I think that if the quarterback just keeps it, you might score a touchdown here instead of a field goal, and that would have been, kind of important when you lose by 1 point. So looking here, you can see the linebacker's already starting to move a little bit. He's already starting to shade this way, and this linebacker is also shading. You have one safety here. The second one's coming down. So that means behind this corner and this safety, there's nobody else on this side of the field. So right here, you see the linebackers are moving. So technically, he's kind of got him outflanked, right? He's beat him. If you draw a straight line, he's past him. That's kind of a drunk man straight line.
That's a really good straight line.
That's the best I can do with the free right tool here. I can change my tool here. That'll help.
Or the straight line.
Look at that straight line. Look at that. He's kind of outside the straight line, so he's got him beat, right? So by the letter of the law, by the way the play is written on the board, probably this is a good decision, right? But you get a really good down block right here. Oh, I need the other free form. You get a good down block right here. You're getting another good down block right here. In fact, this guy runs himself out of the play. You're getting a kick out there, and now your tight end is pulling around for the safety. And as we said earlier, you have the corner and the safety, and nobody else is left on that side of the field. So right now you have blockers for everybody. So don't watch the ball here. Watch the tight end right here. So you see this humongous hole. You would have Noah Johnson running through there. This could have been a really big play early in the game. He didn't make a wrong decision. I guess he didn't make a bad decision, but he could have made a better one. if he just kind of pivots and then runs through here and follows that blocker. Might have scored a touchdown. All right, so here's another one later on. So they're going to go, we all want them to get the ball to Marion Dollison more. So they're going to go jet sweep. And here you got Brian Battie, I believe. And what you want to do typically with this is have him be a lead blocker, trying to get usually outside here, hopefully picking up this first thing that crosses his face out here. What ends up happening is he, and then of course it's a jet sweep. So you got the motion here. He's going to get the ball, trying to hit the numbers probably, right? Trying to take it wide first. So right here, it looks like you're in pretty good shape. You have two safeties coming, but he seems to have him right here. If the back just keeps going and just gets vertical and takes the first thing it crosses, you're going to have Dollison one-on-one with one of these two guys, right? If he follows that block. And then now he's got a lot of room to run because he can bounce into the sideline here. He can make a cut vertical and go. But what happens is Battie, I think, sees this block get strung out, and instead of going around, he comes inside, which isn't it's not terrible, but it's another one that, hey, maybe if he goes here, and now it just becomes a foot race between Dollison and that other guy to the sideline, I think Dollison might win it, and then it's a huge play. Instead, Dollison follows Battie's block, cuts up, and slips, and you get 1 yard on what otherwise could have, I think, really been a really big play. Because right here, you have a good block, and then if you get any kind of block there, it's just a race between me and him now, and I think Dollison wins that race.
That damn turf monster gets us.
And then the turf monster got quite a few people, too, the other day, so that's part of it as well. All right, here you got a third down conversion. They didn't convert many third downs, but this is kind of an old classic. Saw a lot last year, a little inverted smash route. So he's going to run like an inside release corner. He's going to get vertical, run the out. Smash typically, right? So you have that. So let's look at the typical smash is hitch by number 1, corner by number 2. We're basically doing the same thing. We're just flip-flopping responsibilities. Right? All the quarterback has to do, read that corner. It looks like they're playing a cover 2, maybe a 2 read. When he sees, I'm guessing it's 2 read based on the play call. So when he sees, he has eyes on number 2. So right here, number 1's outside, number 2's the next inside guy. When he sees 2 go to the flat, he's going to come up and cover it. When he comes up and cover it, that opens up this space behind him for the corner route. So you see No Johnson's eyes on the corner. He sees him kind of rise up. He's not really getting a lot of depth. He's actually got forward lean, and he gets over his toes here and makes a nice throw to the corner route for a first down. Backside, you just got double slant. But this is just a nice, easy, in rhythm, good call against the coverage and good execution.
I feel like this is a throw, I feel like this is a play call we've seen a lot this year, but has never really been executed properly. So I'm glad at least Noah's willing to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, and that's one that, you think, now Noah wasn't here last year, but you think that Jordan, that'd be something he's comfortable with because they ran that a ton in variations of it last year. It's a nice, I think smash is the best concept in the passing game personally. For just a 2-man concept, it's very multiple. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can do it a bunch of different ways. And you can beat a lot of different coverages. So it's a good concept to call. Nice to see it executed there. Here, I think we have a little RPO game. This could be levels, possibly, with maybe 2 5-yard ends, then the 10-yard end. It could be a deep post or a slant, but I'm thinking it looks like levels. I believe he's the read guy. We got a run play over here. We see this linebacker creep up for the run. Well, now he's going to open up this window right? Because there's nobody dropping the pass right there. That guy's gone. So he opens up the window for the RPO throw. Nice, easy throw. A little bit better throw. He might have had a catch and run opportunity here, but a catchable ball for a first down.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So here's one that actually, this is one that you actually don't really see the concept here, but you got motion. He's going to show screen. He's going to run a post. Off his motion, he's going to come out like he's going to block the corner. And we've seen them do this a few different ways. And then he's going to run a wheel. This is one that just doesn't get enough time, but just to see the concept of it. Watch the tight end here. Mitch Brinkman comes out. They end up calling like a perfect blitz into it. So not a bad job here throwing to the screen just to get the ball out of your hands. But you see here, watch here, if they have a little more time here, the corners or the safeties eaten up with this post. You can see, watch Mitch Brinkman run right by the corner there. The ball was thrown, but he was leaning forward like that. When you see that forward lean, they're not in position to turn and run. So you would have had, if now Memphis made a great call on the blitz, the perfect blitz call for that play. But if I'm able to pump there, I might have a throw here down the sideline. And they get a similar look later on the one they hit to St. Felix, and we'll show that. Similar idea, just different formation. So here's the touchdown throw. So Memphis comes down, hits a big play to tie it up. So the same jet sweeper ran a little bit earlier to Dawson, same look out of the backfield. Just like that, we had the back leading outside. We're going to have, I believe this is Brinkman again. He's going to run like a deep crosser here. So you're basically running like 4 verts here. And then you'll have a guy down here running to go. Instead of having the slot run the go here, you're just going to bring the back out of the backfield and do it. So he's actually going to get up this hash. And then all you got to do is find the safety. Safety runs with that. You're going to have the back open out of the backfield, which is what they get here. You'll see again a blitz to the motion. There goes the back. Right here, there's the safety. He went with the crosser, and that opens up the hash for the vertical route out of the backfield. So good design, good call, good timing. Then you see guys, see Latrell Williams there, St. Felix trying to get in front of guys, block downfield without clipping, which is good. But really good design here. This is all design. And a good job, Noah Johnson getting the ball out of his hands right before he's about to get hit and making an accurate pass, hitting the back in stride for a 75-yard touchdown.
I think that's the longest play we've had in almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's got to be close. And then here's an interesting little wrinkle here. Again, the jet sweep look. Fake the jet sweep here. We're going to run a counter, and I believe that they're doing the same thing, and they're RPO in this. So right here, you got the counter coming. And I could hand this, but you got him coming in here, and then you got him sitting there. One of those two guys is the read guy. You just dump it out to him, make them chase. I think you pick up 7 here on first down. Just another little post snap read, drop it to him, make them chase him. Another cool little concept, nice little design by the offensive staff.
Noah looked real comfortable this game too. Like it didn't seem like he was pushing any throws or anything like that. So that's a great sign, especially in a play like that where he's gonna get hit, and for him to kind of stand in there like that.
So another cool design here. So you've got two guys in the backfield, but the one's Bryce Miller. He's on a motion out like he's getting a screen. You've actually got 1, 2 receivers, right? And then here's your tight end is actually on the line here. So this is a legal formation, but he cannot go out for a pass because he's covered up. But they have to respect him in the run game, so you have to keep the backer right there. And then you have to kind of respect the ability for them to come out here with the back. So you get a nice little structure here to this overload formation. And then you motion to it. You get some motion here, movement of the defense. Post, make it look like I'm coming to block on the screen, kind of similar to the Brinkman one earlier. And then he's going to run the wheel down the sideline. And he just carries that out. That's the kind of dump off option. Little play action fake. And then St. Felix is behind him again. A little bit better ball here. It's an easy touchdown. But good job by St. Felix coming back to the ball. The quick flash fake right here. Holding for a second. And then St. Felix is able to run by the safety who takes a bad angle and then make a good play on the ball. So that gets you inside the 10. Another big pass play, well designed. All right, so here we're going to get a little boot action. We're going to get this motion by Latrell Williams here to help the quarterback confirm coverage, confirm it's man. He's going to run on the goal line. You're going to have, I believe, Chris Carter is his name, I believe. Block. Mm-hmm. Mitch Brinkman is going to run kind of towards the back of the end zone, and then you're going to get a backside across the back of the end zone. So the quarterback's thinking he can go 1, 2, 3. Just depends on how you teach it. Fake here, roll out. You get Latrell Williams catches some eyes. See, he's caught the corner. He's got a guy on top underneath, but that means nobody's at the back of the end zone with Mitch Brinkman, and there's a touchdown. All well designed, but not – this is kind of an old classic here, the boot play. No guard pulling, so a little bit of a naked, but you got the second tight end there blocking, so protect.
Semi-naked, a semi-nude.
A semi-nude boot. All right, so this is a play that I don't think anybody's really talking about, but this could have been a very important play, and it's something that's hard to coach because, you know, I've heard a lot of coaches say, you know, you can't – you kind of give the back what his read is, but you can't get on him for seeing what he sees. The good ones see things that you can't coach really, right? So if they sometimes want to jump backside on a run, you got to give them that freedom. But here's what I think that if, I believe it's Brian Batiste back there, if he would have stuck with the play call, he could have had a big gain here. So he's going to have him. They're going to run just a counter play. They're going to run the guard and the H-back tight end pulling. He's going to be here. And then he's supposed to kind of follow this H-back and kind of read his block. You'll see he sees a hole open up on this side of the line of scrimmage, and he just tries to get vertical, where if he just stayed in Mitch Brinkman's back pocket, he might have been able to easily get a first down or maybe more once he gets out in the open field here. So right here, good job. Down block, down block, down block. He's hinging inside. You got, I believe that's your boy Dustin Hall right there.
Oh, yeah.
Come and pull. The linebacker fills here. Now, Batiste already saw this hole right here, so he's trying to cut. But if he just follows, watch if he just follows Brinkman here. If Brinkman just seals that and he bounces, he might have a chance for something there. Now, like I said, you can't really – vision is tough. When he sees this hole, there's going to be a time where he sees a hole like that, hits it, and then scores a long touchdown on it because he's a talented back. But right there, I think if you stay with the call, because you got a good block right here. Even if Brakeman gets nothing, if you just stay off that block, I think you can get outside. And when T gets outside, he's going to be tough for anybody to bring down. So I think that was a good opportunity for you to get a first down on that drive where you end up going 3 and out and having to punt the ball away. That could have given you another 40 seconds off the clock potentially.
Which, and I remember
wasn't
a lot of people were saying the play calling on the final drive was conservative. But Seth, in your opinion, were those final 3 plays overly conservative, or was it kind of like, there was promise there, it just wasn't? I'd hate to use the word executed properly, but just there was stuff left on the table to be had by the players.
I mean, it wasn't unbelievably conservative because there was some I believe the third down call was like a toss read call, and that could be, that's not a super conservative call. It's running like inside zone or something. But could they have been more aggressive? Maybe, but that's a really tough spot to be aggressive in. I think if you pick up 8-7 yards on that first down right there, then maybe you can be a little more aggressive because you have a much better chance of converting the third down. But when you get to like 3rd and 10, do you want to be aggressive or do you want to take 40 seconds off the clock with them having no timeouts left? I think you'd rather take that time off. So I think it happens on first down. If you can get, where you're in 2nd and 2 and 3rd and 1, well, then now I can be maybe a little more aggressive because I just got to get that first. And that's, if I get 2 first downs there, the game's over basically. Here's the final drive, just so everyone can see. Kelly Jordan made a great catch early in the game. And he was able to he kind of pulls his eyes up a little early. But if he makes this catch right here, I mean, there's literally nobody outside of this hash but him for a lot of yards. He's the only one outside of it. So if he catches that, he's probably picking up 20. And with how athletic he is and how good he is in the open field, he may pick up even more. But just a little bit, maybe a little bit better throw, but that's one he could catch. He caught a similar one from the touchdown earlier, just kind of took his eyes off it. So that's just an unfortunate situation there. All right, but now we'll get to the defense. Not as much scheme of a defensive side. I thought this play was just a good indicator of kind of how the game went. They're just trying to, similar to what USF did and has done in the past, they're trying to motion him out here and just kick out the corner and run a screen. But KJ Seals, I believe, is just in his hip pocket and gets there, beats the block because they played aggressive man coverage and just blows the play up from the snap, basically. So I think this is a good indicator of how they played for most of the game. They were in their jerseys. They were playing aggressive man coverage for a lot of the game, and they changed stuff up. But here's a nice 4th and 1 play. You haven't been great against the run all year. You're able to get some push here, hold Memphis, get them off the field on 4th down. They went for 4th down on their own 34-yard line, which is interesting, but you stopped them. Yeah, another run here. You'll see a great job. Boyles blows up this lead blocker, stonewalls him. They do a pretty good job at the line of scrimmage holding blocks, and then that allows Greer to get over the top and make a play on the run. So Boyles turns it back inside, and Greer comes and cleans it up. Boyles does a great job taking on the block here. Takes on the block, turns the ball back inside, gets off the block, and him and Greer come and finish it. Now, USF did get a little lucky here a few times. They're going to run like pivot returns. They're running smash, but just say return if you get man coverage. You got some good push in the pocket, but this is a throw Brady White hits most of the time. You play man coverage, they have to make the throws, but they were fortunate. Good rush here by Boyles, getting and maybe forcing the errant throw there. But there were times where they got a little bit lucky.
Hey, luck's all you need sometimes, man.
Yeah, but here, this was just a great play. Right here, again, looks like man coverage, right? He's going to try to run the deep out. Quan Evans here does a good job staying right in this hip pocket. He's ready to, you can see he's ready to kind of jump on this route. As soon as he makes it, Brady White throws it. Doesn't have the strongest arm, but he throws it in anticipation. And if you're going to miss these, you got to miss these out here on the sideline. Do not miss inside because good defensive backs like Daquan Evans will pick it off and take it back to the house. And then you got a nice return here set up by the defense. You can tell this is something they've practiced. They treat it almost like a punt return where guys have different lanes and you're going down and blocking. It's not just a chaotic play. You see guys, you have a block coming back here, and he's coming up to lead. He's coming up to lead. He's trying to get in there too. So great individual play, and then good job with the blocking by the rest of the defense.
God, that made me so happy to see that.
And then here's one that's it's just, I don't know if you got caught in the coverage. I don't know if there's confusion, if you're trying to disguise this blitz. So this is kind of when Jeff Scott's like, hey, I don't want to give him an easy one late in the game. And you're wondering, why isn't he blitzing? And why is he more aggressive? Well, this is why. You know, they wanted to get matchups on USF safeties. And so they put some of their better guys inside. Right here, USF kind of does a pretty good job disguising it, but it's like, I mean, it's basically almost like zero coverage here. It's not like there's anybody that deep behind it. They bring a blitz on 3rd and 6. You get a kind of a little double move here on a slot fade, and it's over because that guy's really good. And so this is what we would categorize as easy. So that's what they didn't want to do at the end of the game because Memphis has this capability. They're very explosive. Now, Memphis still made some great plays in the game, and USF did give up some. I'm sure they like to change some things, and we'll get to some of those here of the stuff that I think they probably didn't want to be given up and just unfortunately did. Now you see kind of the cool thing here is look all the guys are showing in blitz, and it looks like zero man. And then you're actually going to drop. Looks like you kind of drop 3 guys out. They're up on the line of scrimmage in case they want to try to hit some quick slant throws. So they had a slant right here. Could have been a hot route. You had a guy right there, but unfortunately they had the slot fade call, which is one of their favorites. And they hit you for a touchdown. It happens sometimes.
I think that's Prince Townsell on coverage. I can't tell if that's 8 or 0, and I think
that's 8. It's
8. Yeah. Freshman making a freshman mistake.
Against an experienced player. Yeah, it just got him with a double move. Here's another one that you're like, okay, you know, we're a little bit lucky they weren't firing all cylinders earlier. Here's playing aggressive. Here's rolling the safety down, 1 deep, rolled up. We're playing aggressive. He wins immediately off the line of scrimmage. A better throw. You might have another touchdown here. Just a bit long. Goes in the chart as an incompletion. But, you know, that's the one that could have gotten you on early. So if you're Jeff Scott at the end of the game, you're having these like flashbacks to these bombs and near bombs that were nearly completed. And you're like, okay, I'm not giving up a 10-second drive, you know. So that's when you're thinking about the game, you got to think about the entire game, not just what, you know, might have worked in, you know, in like a simulation.
I see what you did there.
So I just put this on there because this was a great hit and a great job. This is like the same screen that they housed a 92-yarder on Cincinnati for. USF does a great job. And then Micaiah Point comes in with like the form tackle of all form tackles and just lights this dude up. I think this hit was on somebody's like top 5 hit of the week's list.
Yeah, I was about to say Colton Denning posted it, and I was like, because as we mentioned on the pod, I didn't watch the game, and I've only really watched the offensive snaps. So I was pleased to see not just one, but two USF players get hits of the week.
Yes,
And I'm
this
very happy
one
to see
was
Mikayla point.
it was clean as a whistle, perfect form, great tackle, and then on a third down too, so you get off the field. So that was a great play. All right, so now we're in the last two drives here. So yes, are they only rushing 3? Yes, but watch some of the throws that Memphis made. These are not. There are some that are really easy, and we'll show you those. But this is not an easy throw right here. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That's not giving up. That's not like Virginia Tech giving up a 10-yard curl, on 4th and 6, so Liberty could kick a closer field goal. He's throwing it between 5 dudes and over top one that's like a 6'3" and jumping, and then in front of a safety. That's not an easy play to be made right there. I mean, that's a really good throw and catch. So, yeah, did they not bring a lot of pressure? No. But, do they give them easy ones? I don't know, man. This is pretty tough to me. This is an unbelievable throw and an even better catch, I think, going up that high, not being afraid of getting smoked in the back. So then later on in the drive, so I think this is the kind of stuff that, fans might be like, see, look, you put 4 guys down to rush. You're able to get there a little bit and create a sack. Good job by the 4 pushing the pocket, getting him to step up, and then getting off their blocks. And then just a really beautiful celebration right here.
That's key.
These two. This is really what I wanted to put on here. Little belly bump, I think. I thought the game. It was right then I thought the game was over. Again, 4 down, but they even run a little game up front. White's able to avoid it. This is when you're like, oh, maybe more pressure here would have helped. But he's able to kind of escape and find tight in the back of the end zone. This is one where I'm surprised that they're not bringing more pressure in the red zone, because that's kind of the way a lot of people play base in the red zone, is man coverage and pressure.
It's also top 2 quarterback in the league that is able to escape the pocket like that, keep his eyes downfield.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good job. There was a sliver of space there. Mm-hmm. That's a really good job. A lot of guys in that would just pull their eyes down and get sacked. So you got to give, like we like to say, they have guys on scholarship too, and he's a really good one. So, but these are the ones that are backbreaking, I think. And there's not much you could do. You blitz, you only bring 3, but when you let him escape and run for 10 and get out of bounds, those are the ones that I know they're not trying to give up. You know what I mean? This is not. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here. Get the next play. Those are the ones, like, we'll make you earn it with 15, 10-yard throws down the field inside the hashes. But these are the kind of ones that hurt. In the very next play here. Again, this is not, right? So not too dissimilar to the one earlier. He throws it over a linebacker in front of a safety. The safety comes up and cracks the guy. Ball's in the air. Right here. If he catches this, Jeff Scott's a genius. He went into Memphis and beat the Tigers without his best player, Johnny Ford. But ball just slides through his hands. But otherwise, a great play by both guys. Greer made the throw tough, getting in the window. I believe that's Bentley Sanders comes up and smokes this dude. And then Greer makes a great effort play. Almost makes the pick. But if he makes that pick, the game's over. Under 2 minutes, no timeouts, the game's over. You can deal it out. But was it meant to be? What is that? Is that it on that one? Yeah, all right. And then again, these are not easy throws. Like, this is not This is not, right here. Is this corner 30 yards off? No. It's just it's third down. It's just an incredible throw and catch. Good route. Perfect throw on the out route. The same route that this same corner picked off earlier in the game. A little bit shorter field, but same route. And then I think we have a back view here so we can see how well this ball was placed. I mean, that's perfect placement. And then the receiver is going to get a foot down before being pushed out. I mean, like, this isn't soft coverage. This is just an unbelievable play. And it's not like he took 1, 2, the ball's out before 3 seconds. If you bring a blitz, maybe you get there, but it's not like he had all day there. That's just a great throw and catch. And good, as we're finding out this year in college football, good offense beats good defense almost every time. Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Georgia. You can't really win with just great defense. Great offense is going to win most of the time, it seems like, in modern day college football. Again, look at this catch. Look at this throw. Does he have a lot of time? Yes. But, I mean, this is not a wide open window. It's a tough throw. You have the safety ripping through the ball, and the guy holds on. These are not humongous windows here.
This is just very good Brady White.
Yeah, and I mean, a great catch. Like, you got to tip your hat sometimes through traffic. These are the ones that drive you nuts. These are the ones that, like, I don't think that they're not trying to give these up, They had a couple of times where they tackle the check down, but right here, you cover for this long, and then you allow a little check down, and there's nobody, within 10 yards of the guy. I understand you're trying not to let anything behind you, but at a certain point, they're behind you, and then I just give up a 12-yard throw. That's the kind of stuff that you don't want to do. Then the very next play, well, look at this. It's zero coverage right here. Nobody deep. They're bringing the house. It almost gets there. Brady White has to throw kind of off his back foot. And he still makes a great throw, and the receiver gets 2 feet in and scores. It's unfortunate, but it's not like they didn't just give it to him. Memphis had to go out and take it for the most part. This is a great throw and catch.
And that's their number one against our number one. That's not.
And it is probably 6 inches away from his foot being out of bounds. So it's as frustrating as it is, I don't think we need to kind of rewatch things and see that it's not always. It doesn't. You remember more your feeling than what you're seeing, right? You remember that you're feeling, oh man, this seems too easy. This is too easy. But when you go back and watch, they made some great throws and catches into some tough coverage. Do I think USF would want to bring more pressure if they got in the situation again? Yeah, I think Jeff Scott even said as much after the game. He said we gave him too much time. We can't give a quarterback like that much time again. So he understands that. But it wasn't like they were giving up, these 15-yard hooks over the middle that nobody's around. Like, for the most part, they were completing tough throws and making tough catches. And then you just got to tip your hat to them.
And that's the way the ball rolls sometimes. Yeah, you're playing up against one of the better offenses.
And after not doing it all game.
Yeah. No, we mentioned it on the podcast. It wasn't like Memphis was doing this all game where they were, Brady White was making difficult throws.
Yeah.
I mean, Memphis was asleep for 55 minutes, and then all of a sudden, last 2 drives of the game, they're finally awake.
Yeah, and they were wide awake.
That was efficient. But no, Seth, again, thank you as always. You're the reason why I am as stupid as I am with my predictions. So I thoroughly appreciate them. You talk me into this every single week.
Oh, no.
It's exciting to look forward to. Hopefully, some consistent playing and against a team that is a little bit worse than Memphis. Defense, or a little bit better defensively, a little bit worse offensively. So should be a fun little matchup on Saturday on
Yeah.
ESPN2.
That's right. The Deuce.
The Deuce, the biggest important deuce. Well, anyways, again, thank you, Seth. For everyone else, obviously we do this every single week. Make sure to follow us at Stampede SBN. That's our SB Nation site. I'm at Robert Steeg Life, and then of course we have at Seth Varnadore. I don't remember the YouTube name. It's probably the Daily Stampede. So make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, something easy like that. So make sure to like and subscribe it, and go Bulls.
Bulls.
Nice.